Hey there, guys. So my name is Caitlin, and this is my first ever YouTube video. Yay! So be prepared for a lot of and me being awkward because talking into a camera is pretty awkward. So anyway, this is my video response to Never Shall Never interview number 2, Christofer Drew 2012. And let me just start off by saying that I was so excited for this interview, probably more excited than anybody else. I've been bugging Brian on comments and stuff about do another Never Shall Never interview for the past year probably. So this was much anticipated and very disappointing. Needless to say, it was very disappointing. And so yeah, I'm just going to talk about that now. And I understand that my opinion is probably different than yours is, and that's okay. It takes everyone has different opinions, and everyone's allowed to, and I think that's great. So if you have a problem with what I say, that's fine. I prefer that you weren't rude about it, but if you feel that you need to be, why not? It's not gonna bother me. So yeah, so I was really excited for the interview, and then because the first interview is probably one of my favorites ever, out of Brian Stars, out of Never Shall Never, any of them. Christofer Drew is one of the most inspirational people in my life. Never Shall Never is my favorite band, has been for about 3 years. So yeah, this is from a Christofer fan, and most of the video responses have been from Brian Stars fans, and then just kind of yeah, I was never really into Never Shall Never, but this was kind of rude of him. So, it's kind of harder for me to be sorry, this blanket is bothering me, to be yeah, Christofer Drew is a total douche, because I kind of love him, as a person and as a musician. I love him. Not I love you, but I just really appreciate him as an artist, I guess. So as soon as the video started buffering, I looked down, I saw all these negative comments, and my heart just dropped, and I knew it wasn't gonna be good. So I fast forwarded to the beginning, and about the first minute of the actual interview, not the beginning part, but the actual interview, Christofer Drew immediately made things awkward. I think that's where the problem started, kind of, is whenever Brian was hey, do you remember me? Obviously excited about this interview, and then Chris was yeah, man, I remember you starting some rumors about my band. That's not what he did, but and then Brian was what? You just kind of see in his face, and then I think that kind of made me uncomfortable, and I had no idea that it was going to get more awkward than that. This interview was so awkward for me, and I wasn't even there, so I can't imagine, Brian. I can't imagine. So yeah, and then it just got worse from there. But a lot of people are putting all of the blame on Chris, and I really don't agree with how he handled the situation. However, both Brian and Chris have really valid points. And if we just try to step back and try to understand both of them, I think it would make this whole situation a lot easier. But everyone thinks differently, so I'm not going to sit here and try to say that your opinion's wrong, because it's not. Just I have a different one. Maybe we have the same opinion. So I'm getting distracted. This is what I'm saying. Talking to a camera is hard, especially when you have such a thought out plan, and then it just all goes away whenever you're trying to say it, because I feel so passionately about this. I want to I've tried recording this quite a few times, and I want to get everything out there. Get everything out of my mind onto this recording. So I'm going to try to do that now without dragging this out farther than it needs to go. Okay, so here it goes. And once you start talking in an accent, it's really hard to stop. So here we go. So yes, I think it was made awkward from the very beginning, and then it kind of translated, and in the end, Chris did take it too far. the first time I watched it, I was really mad at him. And really mad at Christofer Drew. And then I watched it again. I watched the interview quite a few times. And the second time I was kind of like, okay, like he does have some kind of valid points. But then again, he shouldn't have reacted that way. Like, he kind of gave a half-ass apology on Twitter, like saying I'm sorry that I hurt you, but I'm not sorry for being real. But you know, being real and being really rude is two different things. He said something about, you know, if we're all just compassionate, and that's the Chris that I love. It's like compassionate, loving, like free spirit, and this just wasn't him. But my 2 cents on this, everyone has bad days. I've seen plenty of wonderful interviews with Never Shall Never and with Chris. I've probably watched them all. And, you know, a lot of them turned out really wonderful, and this one didn't. And I don't think that it's because, you know, he's this egotistical, like, asshole now, opposed to 2 years ago. I don't think it's that at all. You know, he has changed. Obviously, I've changed so much in the past 2 years, and then whenever you're under the public eye and you have people criticizing you the entire way, it's very apparent. Your changes are very apparent. He's not the same kid that he was, but I don't think that it's him maturing that has made him this asshole, you know? I just think maybe he was having a bad day. Everyone's energy was really weird. Like, even Brian was kind of weird in this interview. Like I said, I'm not trying to defend Chris's actions because, in a way, I think that he was wrong. In the end, I don't think he should have reacted that way, but saying that Brian's interviewing was a mockery. It was making a mockery of all these artists, and I was like, what? No. Why are you saying that? I don't understand how he could say, you know, I'm going to keep it real, and then he tried telling Brian that he needed to change himself, and he needed to change his interviewing style, the same interviewing style that Never Shall Never really seemed to enjoy 2 years ago. So I don't think that it's that he's changed that much and that drastically, because I've watched plenty of 2012 interviews. You know, they've been my favorite band for 3 years. I've seen them change a lot. I've seen him change a lot. The music style, it's totally different. But in the end, I still think that he's a really cool dude. But I don't know him, you know. You probably don't know him either. So just try to take that into consideration, you know. And we all have bad days. And for some of us who are celebrities, not me, probably not you, we don't have to deal with that. But for some of us, our bad days get caught on camera, and then the entire internet thinks you're an asshole, thinks that you're always an asshole. And that's really unfortunate, because I don't think that he is. I just think that he was an asshole in this interview. And, you know, that's possible. You know, people have bad days. Celebrities have bad days, you know. In the end, Brian posting the footage of him where he kind of broke down a little bit, that really upset me. Like, it made me really sad, as I think it made other people feel the same way. And I don't think that was his intention. I actually am pretty positive that wasn't Brian's intention in trying to get people to feel sorry for him. However, I don't know if that was I'm trying to collect my words wisely here. I'm totally losing my thought track right now. But it wasn't his intention, I don't think, to make us feel sorry for him. I do think he was just trying to be real with us, you know, like showing us his lows as well as his highs, just like relating to us. But I think that is what got a lot of people on Brian's side. If it touched anyone else, like it touched me, because being such a fan of Never Shall Never, and the first time I watched the interview, I was really mad at Chris, like really mad. And then I watched it again, I was kind of like, okay, like, and now I have kind of more of an understanding of where he's coming from. However, I still don't completely agree with it, but I haven't lost total respect for the guy either. Everyone has bad days. Chris's bad day just translated into Brian's bad day, and he probably should have canceled the interview. I think that they should have cleared up the whole rest in peace, never shall never video before this interview, because I think that's what immediately put everyone's energy in a really weird place. And I hate to sound like a freak, like their energy was in a bad place, but it was. Like, you could tell that Brian felt uncomfortable. All of them, it made me feel uncomfortable. Like, it just radiated out of the computer screen and made me feel like awkward turtle. So that's my opinion of the video. In conclusion, in an eggshell, what I don't think Chris has changed that drastically. I don't think he's an egotistical asshole. I don't think that Brian Starr's interview style sucks, and I don't think he needs to change. If you're watching this, Brian, which that would be awesome, I love you. I love everything you do. I'm a huge fan of your interviews. Yeah, what more can I say? You're awesome. I watch interviews for you, not even the band. Like, you're so entertaining. And this was just kind of a fluke. What can you do? People have bad days. Chris's bad day maybe ended up being your bad day, and I'm really sorry you had to drive 7 hours to be treated like that. Chris, for the record, I don't think it's okay to be treated him like that, but I'm still a fan. You kind of gave an apology, sort of. Just hopefully this kind of thing doesn't start happening a lot, because then I will have to change my opinion of you. But for right now, still a fan of both of you. Keep on doing what you're doing. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Okay, bye.